Hello, 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 Visibility Vibers. Good morning and welcome to this week's Q&A Wednesday. So this week I thought I would talk about what we do which stops ourselves. So what inspired this particular week's subject and why should we listen? Well, as you know, I am a visibility specialist, and as you may also know, I'm a coach, a trainer and a speaker. And one of the things that comes up quite a lot in conversations are a desire from that person, a desire to do something, be something, have something, and ways in which we go towards our goals and also ways in which we stop them. So if you have ever dreamed of having something, whether it's more visibility, love, better relationships, exercise, anything to do with food, family or anything else, then this could well be the Facebook Live for you. So forgive me, I had planned today to shoot this video from the garden, but every time I went to my favourite little spot, which I wanted to share with you, the internet connection kept dropping and I didn't want to take the risk, so I'm now doing it inside, which means a couple of things will happen. The washing machine is going in the other room in the background, and when it goes onto the spin cycle, it's going to sound like something's taken off. The second thing that will happen is that door will open, and I'm sure somebody will walk through that door. But you know what? Given the subject that we're covering today, I thought, well, how can I let that stop me? So I'm in my vest top, all ready for the garden, ready to go, notes in hand. And then something happens which on paper could tell me that I can't do something, and the purpose of why I'm here is to show you can. So while I wait for some of you to jump on board and listen in, what we're going to cover today in the next 20 minutes or so is some common observations that I see and hear from people that stops them from doing the things they want in life. So I'm going to break them down into three distinct areas. I'm going to talk about the language we use and how you actually kind of self-diagnose when that's a problem and when it's just language. I'm going to talk about things that we physically do or don't do, which stops us. And these are normally things that are hidden, but what I'm going to describe are the clues. Also, I'm going to talk about where we put our focus and how that can make a difference too. So, if you're ready to rock and roll, the first thing I want to know really is, I want you to think of something that you know that you want to do and that you somehow have either stopped yourself or had circumstances, somebody else or something stop you from doing it. And I just want to start with a live example. So right here in this group, the lovely Beverly Bramwell posted her the link to her new website. Now I know she's excited about this because she's really, really passionate about helping women in business live their confident lives and their confident futures. And she's all about taking that ambition, working with you and helping you to blow that up so that you can live the ambitious desires that you're wanting to do. And like all of us, you know, we've all got various parts of our business, whether it's our consulting that we physically do, our coaching, whether it's a product that we sell, whether it's writing for the Huffington Post. I know there's lots of you in here in this group that do write for the Huffington Post and other, journals and magazines too. So for every single one of us, we all have a choice as to whether we can do that thing or not. The difference is when we go to push the button. Is it that you've written an article and you're going to press send and you persuade yourself that no, I can't send it? Is it that you have recorded a video or wanted to do a Facebook Live or wanted to hold a webinar and you've said to yourself, I want to do it. Maybe you've got as far as getting on board and you said I can't, or maybe you've stopped yourself at the first hurdle by saying something that I hear a lot of people say, I'm not very technical. Well, what is it that you have been doing or saying to yourself to stop yourself? So let me get back to the example from Beverly. So this morning Beverly has posted a link to her website, so do go and check it out and I'll put a link underneath this video too. So whether you're watching this as a recording or live through Facebook Live or even through the YouTube channel, it'd be really great for you to see it. So Beverly has worked and toiled, and she has now got this finished product. She's really proud of her website. She's ready to share it out there with the world. She's put it out there. And then there would have been a point, and you know, Beverly, if you're watching this either live or on the replay, do make a comment below, because there would have been a point, I'm sure, where she would have gone, I need to take a breath. This is my baby that I've birthed almost. I've got this thing ready and I'm going to share it out in the world. And I want you to think about that point that you're at with the thing that you either have already been sharing and you want more people to see, the thing that you're about to press the button on and push the button on. What is that thing for you? And importantly, what stops you? Because what I'm going to talk about now are some hidden things that often stop people. These are things that clients have said to me. These are things I hear in conversation. These are reasons why people like you and I join these communities to get the help. So I'm just going to press something on the screen. So it just gives me a little countdown timer. Okay, we've been going for 6 minutes. So I want this to be quite quick and easy and cheerful and snappy. So there are 3 main elements that I'm going to talk about today. And one of them, or the first one, is our language. Now, quite often, especially if we're in the therapeutic or coaching or well-being or, you know, any of those kind of industries, maybe we're counsellors, coaches, therapists, and all are very different, by the way. We often are taught to spot what is going on for somebody in their language. What sometimes happens within this community, so this is like a peer community, this is where we sit shoulder to shoulder, and I include myself in this. I feel like I sit shoulder to shoulder with you. Yes, I share things, and you're, you know, all more than welcome and invited to share with each other in this group, because we all learn from each other. There are 3 expressions that I hear quite commonly, and this is not to say these are expressions that you should not say. These are expressions that when you say them, it shines a light on something much deeper that might be hiding for you. So I want to share them with you. So the first word is a very common word. It's but. B-U-T, but. Not that but but. Now this word is interesting because many of us who have, you know, sort of trained as coaches or people helpers or linguistics or anything else like that, we sometimes get taught to substitute the word but for and, which is cool and it's a good way of reframing and moving on. But here's my thoughts on this. It is said that by using the word but, it means that you negate everything else that you said before. So I want my business to grow, I want to start getting out there, but it means whatever you've just said before that but came in, you're almost dismissing, you're negating, you know, you're just, it's not of importance. So we are sometimes told that instead of saying but, we should say and, but here's the problem with that. If I was to say, oh, I want to get visible, it's time for me to get out here, you know, Christmas will be around in like 5 months' time, and I'm really worried that no one's going to know who I am, what I do, or anything else like that, then if we say, oh, I've got a concern about that, but, when we say but and stop whatever has gone or negated whatever's gone on before, we've